What's going on, Port fans? Welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we're going to be reviewing the trade that's occurred between Port Adelaide, Gold Coast and the Collingwood Football Club. Dan Houston has officially been traded to the Collingwood Footy Club and the mega trade has gone down. So I'm going to record my thoughts and would love to get your opinions, so leave some comments in below to tell me about your thoughts about this trade. First and foremost, let's just read out the trade. I've got it here and let's have a look and see who gets and who gives what going into this mega trade. So we'll start with Port Adelaide. So we give Dan Houston pick 39, pick 58 and 2025 first round draft pick. We get Jack Lukosius, Joe Richards, Rory Atkins, pick 13, 29, 36 and 50. Gold Coast give Jack Lukosius, Rory Atkins, pick 13, 29, 50. They will get John Noble, pick 39, Collingwood's first round and Port Adelaide's first round. And Collingwood, they give John Noble, Joe Richards, pick 36 and 2025 first round, and they get Dan Houston and pick 58. Collingwood win the trade. I don't care what anyone says, there is no one on this list of players that has the caliber of Dan Houston and the potential in the future of trading picks and anything of the sort. You can tell me that will qualify to suggest that we have the capability to replace the caliber that is Dan Houston. From yesterday when we talked about the trade, and it was laughable, and Port Adelaide last night denied the trade, said no, and we got excited because we thought, hello. And we come back, it's the same trade, but with pick 50. And my thoughts in yesterday's trade were the same. Like, why do we get Rory? Why is Rory Atkins a part of the trade? Why is these small picks? Why is our future first involved when we're salary dumping? Gold Coast is salary dumping on us. Like, where does that work? So in the end, I get the official trade, and I have a look at it, and I go, we got Lukosius, which is what we were after. We got Richards, what we were after, and they could have been dealt in separate deals. There was no need to have Collingwood involved in this with a Dan Houston trade. If they wanted Dan Houston that badly, they probably should have gone and had the better caliber. I don't like this trade at all. And Collingwood fans will probably say, well, you know, well, they'll probably say many things at me and probably bad things. But the thing with this trade is, I don't understand why there is so much of Gold Coast involvement saying, right, well, we're going to salary dump on you, but we still have to give us a first round pick for Jack Lukosius. If that was a future second, I'm sitting here going, okay, I can accept that. I'll take the trade and I'm pretty happy with it. But now, I don't understand why this is a trade, why this is what ended up being, why we were such on a firm standing point, and in the end, the difference from last night to today's pick 50. Don't understand that. But it's happened now, and we have to accept that. So we look at the trades, and I'll individually go through Lukosius and Richards and Atkins and what they can bring to Port Adelaide in later videos, because this is just all raw and emotion. So digesting all of this, and I love that we have pick 13 in this year's draft. That's a positive. That's a massive positive, because this year's draft is mega. It's unreal, and you can nail anything in the top 20, and I reckon Port Adelaide have high sights on someone in particular, so it'll be very, very intriguing to see who we got. Those later picks as well that we have received will be very, very well organised with bids, perhaps with Ryan Burgoyne, a couple of other and academy players as well that we have lined up. So I definitely like that sort of aspect. The future first really bugs me, but getting Lukosius and Richards in is a fair assumption of what we can utilise them for, and they were the targets from long end, and they've been able to join. So I'm very, very pleased with that. Now, I can't even review the trade period because I don't even know if we're getting involved. Is this the only set deal that we'll do? Maybe we'll do some pick trading as well. But there's a long list of picks that we've got there, and it gives us a decent draft hand, I guess, for this year, considering the top 30 or so can be, you know, bolters, or they can be good footballers. They have been touted to be great footballers, but I just don't understand, from my point of view, and I said it yesterday, why Collingwood have, you know, I mean, they've lost Noble, who, you know, they've basically replaced Noble with Houston, which is a double upgrade in my opinion. The Suns have salary dumped. They've gotten rid of 2 players that have been able to, free up their books. Unfortunately, they have to give pick 13, which was actually not a problem for them because pick 13 was probably almost the #1 target this trade period. And it's ended up in our hands, which is okay. I don't understand what changed between last night and today that pick 50 made such a difference. I would really love to hear from Chris Davies. I would really love to hear from Jason Cripps and what their point of view was. We have not heard anything from the club the last couple of days. And to hear as well that the board got involved with this trade suggests to me that the board either heard the feedback or wanted more in this trade, and they've ended up going, oh, pick 50 will do. So they must have had presented a plan to them today. And I'll be intrigued to hear what sort of conversations were had in the last 24 hours, because for the positioning of this trade from our point of view to go from, all right, no chance last night, the board's gotten involved, so we've said no, to, oh, pick 50's on offer, do you want to take that? Okay, no worries. Collingwood fans will be super ecstatic, and they'll be pleased to know that that's done. Dan Houston's a quality pick, so I'm not pleased with the trade. I'm very upset with the trade, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I think it's just because of the standing point. Like, why can't we just sit here and say, no, Dan Houston, you're staying? You're under a 4-year contract. You have to be staying. And I said it yesterday about your leadership point of views and qualities. I know he wants to go home, and I respect that. I understand people want to go home and all of that. But as a mature player by now, you'd think that maybe, so unless circumstances have occurred between his personal life, like Ivan Soldo's personal life changed and all of a sudden he's back at Port, things change, I understand that. So I'm not going to disrespect the personal decision-making process of a player. But at the end of the day, I think from a club standpoint, be firm, be more firm. North Melbourne's offer was there. They never really got into the room because Collingwood and Gold Coast held it up majority of the last few days. If you wanted to go home but not specifically pick a club, listen to multiple offers. But we didn't. We ended up just saying, oh, Collingwood's coming in the race, pick 13, surprise possession. This is the route we're taking. There is no intersections to turn off. There is nothing. So, yeah, it's a very, very intriguing trade. What these players can do for Port Adelaide, I'm not sure. But it just goes to show again that after the last few years of trading, and we've traded in and out so many players, we're becoming a dumping ground of second-rate footballers. And Rory Atkins is part of that conversation, but he'll provide good sample depth. So it'll be intriguing to see what occurs from this point of view. But I know there's going to be fan outrage. There's going to be massive comments. But I'm looking forward to seeing what the club says, because a very, very definitive explanation better come our way as fans to dictate whether or not I agree with this trade and what of it. But right now, I don't agree with this trade. And it's as simple as that. So I'm looking forward to hearing what everyone's thoughts is in the comments, because good God, yesterday's readings was fantastic. What comes next for Port? There's a day left in the trade period. We'll wait and see. I do want to spend this time, because I won't do a farewell Dan Houston video, because players getting traded and everything of the sort. But I do want to say thank you, Dan Houston, for the memories of those long bombs, those brilliant kicks, defensive 50 kicks, pinpoint accuracy inside 50, and that match-winning goal against Essendon. You were a fine player. You are a superstar, a match winner, and good luck at Collingwood, because boy, oh boy, that first game next year is going to be absolutely insane, and I hope it's at the Adelaide Oval, because, yeah, there's going to be a lot of feeling in this one. It's definitely a thing to look forward to next year, but I'm sad to see Dan Houston go. Quality footballer, great person, and very, very much looking forward to seeing what he does at Collingwood, even though I don't really want him there. But all the best, Dan. Thank you very much, and it's been a pleasure to watch you in Port Adelaide colours. Hell of a story too, Dan. He comes from the rookie draft, wearing number 43, developed his football beautifully, an outstanding kick, wears number 5. And has done a lot of things right at Port Adelaide, but he'll do so much more at Collingwood, I think, and they're definitely going to be a threat again next year. But thank you, everyone, for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the trade and everything else, what else we could do going forward. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new for plenty more Port Adelaide and AFL content to come your way. My name is Anthony, and as always, Count the pair.